Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1982 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Boston Red Sox and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Sox is Bob Ojeda, whose record is 6-6 with a 4.85 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Dan Petry, whose record is 1-0 with a 1.54 ERA. Okay, we are back. It's the day after Christmas. I trust everyone had a holly jolly Christmas. If you didn't know, I went to Tombstone for Christmas. And the city was pretty much closed down. So I just kind of walked the streets saying, I'm your Huckleberry, and doing pew-pew with my finger guns at everybody. But it was pretty uneventful. The only thing that was open was the saloons. So I did get a couple shots of whiskey, or sarsaparilla, I guess you might want to call it, in Tombstone. It was a lot of fun. If you've never been, I recommend it. I have photos of my trip up on the Brainiac Baseball Card Breaks Instagram page. So if you just type that in, you'll find it, and you can take a look at those pictures if you like. But we're back to the action today, getting a victory in the final game of the series against the Brewers. And now we're on to face the Red Sox again. This is the end of the series will be 21 games we've played against the Sox, the most against any team. In the previous video from the day before Christmas, we showed our head-to-head matchups, and it's not balanced well among the American League East teams. So as we take a look here at Boston's main page, we will not see Danny Parks this series as a pitcher. He is injured, as well as a couple other pitchers that weren't really making any real effort on their team. You see here their top prospects, you see the expiring contracts, and you can see all their other additional statistics here, including their league leaders. Dennis Eckersley is back in there as their closer. Lachelle Tarver leading the team in stolen bases, but not in the everyday lineup. I think that's kind of interesting. But Boston has fought their way back to 500, and although they're out of the race, still a formidable team with their team batting average just under 300, which is in the Kansas City Royals realm. Okay, so we have Dan Petry on the mound today, making his third start, coming off of a wild start where he didn't get any strikeouts, but gave up a bunch of hits and didn't look great. The current Red Sox are batting .386 against him. All of the bullpen is available. And here's our lineup against Bob Ojeda. We've seen him a lot this year, I know. He is a lefty, and so we have our lineup in there versus lefties. Unfortunately, Ricky is listed as tired, so I've taken him out, and we're going to give him the day off today. And you can see here, Andre Dawson back in there at DH, and Eddie Murray playing first base, as was suggested by James, thinking maybe we can get him back on track. If we played him in the field, why not? He sucks so bad. We'll give him a shot today. Let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown. For the Boston Red Sox, batting leadoff in right field is Ivan Calderon. Batting second at second base is Marty Barrett. Batting third at third base is Wade Boggs. Batting cleanup and DHing is Clint Hurdle. Batting fifth, playing first base, is Dave Stapleton. Batting sixth in left field is Jim Rice. Batting seventh in center field is Freddie Lynn. Batting eighth and catching is John Stearns. And batting ninth, playing shortstop today, is Roy Smalley. Let's take a quick look at Dan Petry. As you can see, making his third start, 1-0 with that 1.54 ERA. His first start was so phenomenal that he was due to have a bounce-back bad start. 4 2/3 innings, we yanked him out of there. He only gave up 2 runs on 5 hits. He had 2 walks. He did have a I believe he had a wild pitch that game. I guess let's take a look. We can find out right here. No, he didn't. I don't know what it was. There was something about his pitch count getting up there early that we yanked him out of there. He ended up getting a no decision. But he's actually our highest rated pitcher. And so we do expect good things from him down the stretch. It's kind of like getting a trade with him being injured all year and getting him back. Here's the Tigers' defensive alignment for today. And Yvonne Calderon leading off against Dan Petry. A ground ball from Calderon to Hatcher. And Hatcher tosses him out, 1 down. Next up is Marty Barrett. Barrett batting .298 on the season, striking out. Second out. And here is Wade Boggs. He's still crushing it, batting .343. I believe he's second to George Brett still. And wow, Boggs strikes out. So, off to a good start for Petry. 2 Ks in the first. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Here's the Tigers lineup rundown for today's game. Batting leadoff in center field is Eddie Miller. Batting second, playing shortstop, is Alan Trammell. Batting third at third base is Mickey Hatcher. Batting cleanup and catching today is Lance Parrish. Batting fifth, playing first base, is Eddie Murray. Batting sixth in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting seventh and DHing is Andre Dawson. Batting eighth in right field is Kevin Bass. And batting ninth, playing second base, is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Bob Ojeda on the mound, making his 20th start. A lot of these are career bests for him, as you can see. 6-6 with that .485 ERA, 128 innings pitched. Not much of a strikeout pitcher, 70 Ks in those 128 innings. Opponents are batting .283 against him. He's got 3 complete games, and I mean, we can take a look at the log here, but we've seen him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times this season already, including that 150 pitch start. That always catches me off guard when I come back and look at it. Went 10 innings, 150 pitches. I think it was shortly after that the Red Sox manager was fired. Here is the defensive alignment for the Red Sox with Gold Glover Fred Lynn in center field, 3-time Gold Glove winner. And Eddie Miller leading off. Miller struggles versus lefties, batting .241. We've got him in the leadoff spot, though, just for this reason, because he's going, folks. Whoa, it's only 73% chance. Oh, it's a left-hander, that's why. I might change my mind. We're going to hit and run as Tram batting .299 versus left-handers. And a comebacker to Ojeda. Only play was to first with Miller going. Now, what's his percentage for stealing third? 73%. So, it doesn't change. We're going to give Mickey a chance here to swing away and drive in the first run. And he does just that with a base hit to left field. Miller around third. Do we want to go for 2? I mean, I guess if I knew that the throw was going home, I might chance it. But I'm going to say no. And I often wonder, as far as, and maybe if you play this game, you probably understand what I'm trying to say here. But, like, would we have more doubles as a team if I attempted more times when it's under 50%? Because for me, if it's under 60%, I'm probably not going to do it. And then sometimes you get thrown out even then, right? When it's 80 or 90%. So I wonder if we're one of the worst double teams because we just don't try when the percentages are below 60. That's my philosophy on it. As Parrish lines out to right. So runner on first, 2 down. Eddie Murray after the day off yesterday, hits a weak ground ball to short, and we head to the top of the second. So the Tigers have a 1-0 lead on the base hit RBI from Hatcher. We go to the top of the second. Here's Clint Hurdle leading off against Petry, and Petry issues his first walk of the game. Clint Hurdle on first. Next up is Dave Stapleton, a nubber back to Petry, who turns and fires and gets the lead runner at second. So Stapleton safe at first. Here's Hall of Famer Jim Rice, 7 for 10 with a home run in his career versus Petry. I see he's got one more home run since the last time we saw him. I don't know what's wrong with Jim Rice this season. I just don't want him to get it right against us. As he hits a grounder to second, and that's a double play, 4-6-3. Petry gets out of the second. We go to the bottom half. Here's Gibby leading off. Gibby, Dawson, and Bass. Gibby hits lefties pretty well, batting .244. Lining out to left. One out. Here's our other much maligned hitter, Andre Dawson, with a base hit to right. He's up to 217. I guess that's something, right? One down. Dawson on first. We're going to let Kevin Bass swing away. We have the lead. Take a cut. Oh, ground ball to third around the horn. Double play as Boggs makes it happen. It's 5-4-3 double play. We go to the top of the third. Fred Lynn leading off. Lynn leading the team in home runs with 16. Strikes out swinging. So right now it's like every other game for Petry is a good one. He's off to a great start. Another strikeout. Slider that catches the outside corner. I guess that was the inside corner for a right-handed batter. 4 strikeouts for Petry. And Smalley lifts it into left center field. Who's got it? Looks like it was Gibby. Nice play by Gibson. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Sweet Lou leading off. Lou batting .303 versus left-handers. I don't know. Like, I really maybe should have moved him up in the lineup. He does have 15 home runs. So, I mean, he could provide a little bit of pop. I just kind of like the opportunity of having a lefty, a switch hitter, and then a righty wrapping around as he pops up to second base. Here's one down. Eddie Miller up next, and Miller strikes out an inside screwball, jamming him up. 2 down, and Trammell base hit into center field. Do we want to go for 2? Should we test our theory right here? Not on Fred Lynn. If this was some schmo in center field, maybe I would do that, but that's just asking to be thrown out. And we have Mickey up, and Mickey is clutch. Still batting over 300, 327 with 16 home runs and leading the team in RBI. And he grounds out to third, and that'll do it. We're going to the fourth inning. 1-0 Detroit. Back to the top of the lineup with Ivan Calderon. And Calderon pops it up on the infield. Whitaker makes the play, 1 down. Marty Barrett steps in, and there's the first hit for the Red Sox today. Barrett goes opposite field for a double as he stretches it. Safe at second base. That is Barrett's 21st double on the season, and that's exactly what I'm talking about there. I mean, that was a simple hit to right, and I don't know exactly why he was safe, but sometimes it works out that way. Barrett tags up, moves to third. He's got 82 speed. I'm sorry, I know this is probably not interesting, but I kind of want to look at this real quick. What is his base running? Speed 82, steal success, frequency, aggressiveness. Aggressiveness is just I mean, basically just slightly above average. So I don't know. Nonetheless, he's standing on third base with 2 outs, and Clint steps in. He walked his first time up, and he rips it into the gap in right center field. He has himself an RBI double, and it's all tied at 1. That is Hurdle's 18th double of the season. That would lead our team if he was on the Tigers. Okay, so Petry was cruising along, and now the game is tied. And then a ground ball by Stapleton gets past Hatcher, and the Red Sox take the lead. Unbelievable. Jim Rice up next, and he strikes out looking. So the damage is done. Red Sox up 2-1. We just haven't really seemed to put anything together lately. We come from behind. I mean, I feel like we're never out of any ball game. And I think it was Dave that mentioned that, sometimes it seems like I pull starting pitchers a little early as a wild pitch by Ojeda moves Parrish to second. And it is true. I mean, I am kind of Captain Hook when it comes to pulling players. As Murray strikes out. Damn, he is the worst. Unbelievably bad. But our bullpen has been so great almost all year long. As Gibby gets a hit to left field, the game is tied. Do we want to go for 2? Yes, we are going for 2 now. And Gibson's out. 50-50 shot with Jim Rice, who has a terrible arm in left field, and Gibson, who's got great speed. So why would I ever want to go for it under 60%? I can't remember a single time when we've been successful and then Dawson strikes out. So that is to be expected. That's a bunch of horse shit, to be honest. We go to the top of the 5th. Game is tied, though. We'll take that. I think when things like that happen, going for it, maybe it's a timing thing. Maybe it's, if it's baseball strategy, like actual baseball strategy, in a moment, like Gibson, if it were happening in real life, Gibson wouldn't have time to contemplate whether to go to second, whether the first base coach tells him to go or not. You can actually see where the ball is. You know your outfielder. The first base coach knows when to run on certain outfielders. I don't know. What I do know is Bad Dude just hit a long one in the left center field bleachers, and it's 3-2. And I guess going back to my idea about pulling the starting pitchers early, I'd rather pull them early than late. And here's an example, like he was cruising along, and now he's just not getting the job done. So how long do you go when a pitcher's given up 3 runs in the last 2 innings? Especially when you have a bullpen that is as strong as ours is. Red Sox get that run back. They take the lead, 3-2. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. Bob Ojeda at 64 pitches as Kevin Bass steps in. And a ground ball that gets past Stapleton at first. Not a double, though, of course. Bass is on first. Hit and run time. I feel good when Whitaker hits and runs. Now, lefty on lefty is a different story. Oh, there we go. He goes opposite field for a base hit. Bass has to hold at second. And this is a sack bunt situation here. Especially since Miller does not seem to hit well versus lefties. So we're going to have him lay down a bunt. Right back to the pitcher. Okay, good job by Miller. Base runners move to second and third. That's the go-ahead run at second base with 1 out. And Trammell up. Trammell, who does hit lefties really well. We're going to let him swing away. We're not even going to go for sacrifice fly as an option. We want him to swing. And that'll get the run in for sure. And it should get Whitaker to third. 439 feet caught right at the base of the center field wall. Bass tags and scores. Whitaker goes to third. And it's all tied at 3. And this is the man you want up. You want Hatcher up, batting .359 versus lefties. Runner on third. And he bloops it to right. That's going to be caught, though. It is. Calderon coming in, making the catch. And we're going to the 6th inning. It's all tied at 3. I would like Petry to get through one more inning. But we're going to keep a close eye on him now as we switch over to the in-game stats. Player of the game so far? I mean, it could be anybody. So here is Marty Barrett leading off. We got a righty and 2 lefties. This would be the time to change as he walks the first guy, so that's it. We're not dealing with that foolishness. We're going to bring in Cappy with his .087 ERA. He's just been absolutely lights out versus lefties and righties. He is due to get his ass kicked, though, right? I mean, when you have an ERA that low and you've thrown that many innings, you know it's coming sooner or later. Will today be the day? Barrett's on first, and a lefty on, so you don't think he's going to be stealing. And you got Wade Boggs up. Still batting .289 versus left-handers. Ground ball to third, double play, no. The hit and run must have been on. Only play was the first. So now Barrett in scoring position with 1 down. Here's Clint Hurdle. Striking him out. Giving him the cheese. 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Look at that difference. 94, 88, 93. Changing speeds. That's why he was an all-star this year. This is where it gets a little tougher, though. Dave Stapleton steps in. And the base hit. And the Red Sox take the lead. That's frustrating. That is on Petry. Now we have Lynn coming up, so I definitely considered walking Stapleton to get to Rice. Rice is batting .306. All of it, Stapleton was an 0-2 count as well, so Capizzello getting out in front of the batters, but he's leaving him over the plate when it's 0-2. Got thrown in the dirt. Regardless, Jim Rice pops up, and it's 4-3 Red Sox as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's Lance Parrish. Parrish 3 for 6 with a home run against Ojeda. And another hit from Parrish, 2 for 3 on the day. Big Wheel getting on base. We got a hit and run. I don't even know if Murray knows how to make contact anymore. Yeah. Ground ball to first. Absolute crap with Eddie Murray. Him and Dawson are unplayable. Yeah, there's Gibby, another base hit from the left-hander. And the game is tied at 4. And, no, we can't. There's no way. I would love to be able to put into the programming as a player, don't even ask me if it's under 60%. Okay. Dawson's got a hit. Let's let him swing away here. Oh, God. Popping it up. 2 down. Not worth going for a stolen base. We'll let Kevin Bass swing. He's batting .292 versus lefties, and he has been on a hot streak. Okay, well, he takes the ball 4. That's the go-ahead run in scoring position now for Sweet Lou. And Lou 2 for 6 in his career against Ojeda. Oh, right under his hands for strike 3. This is a battle. This is a good game. Tied at 4. We want George to get Freddie Lynn, and then we're going to take him out. Here's Fred Lynn leading off, striking out, of course. So, unfortunately, the one hit that Capizzello gave up to Stapleton, I believe it was, cost the Tigers a run. But, again, that was on Petry. 7th inning. We have the bottom of the lineup. We're going to bring in Tom Hume. 51st game. Youch. 2-0, 334. Opponent's batting .263 against him. He's got 3 saves in a bluey. Let's look at his saves. Splits, I mean. That's nice. Thanks, Don, for commenting. Yeah, righties actually hit him pretty good. 3 home runs he's giving up. Okay, but it's the bottom of the lineup. Stearns already has a dong. Wow. Ripped it to center, and it does get down for a double. Right, this is a good team, man. They are. It's too bad their pitching didn't hold up. 15th double on the season. Now we've got to pull the outfield in. We cannot let another run score, or let a by letting a ball drop in. There's a comebacker to Hume. Only play was to first. That's pretty gutsy. Stearns taking third. And Ivan Calderon will have a shot here to give the Red Sox the lead. Popping it up to Trammell. And that'll do it. We're going to the bottom of the 7th inning, and we're into the bullpen, and this is where things get good for us, because their bullpen is total horseshit. I mean, even Eckersley's ERA is over 4. Their best reliever is Bill Campbell, who's under 4. He's the only one. Here's Rick Grapenthin, I believe is how we've settled on his name. I don't know why we don't have a card for him. That's my bad, not pulling up a card. There's 16 games, 1-5, with a .560 ERA, more walks than strikeouts. Opponent's batting .296. He has managed to get a save. Fastball is about this normal for this era. And actually his fastball's average and his curve is average rated. So he's got 2 decent pitches, and his ratings are good. He's only 24. So we'll probably see him more in the coming seasons. And now we've got Eddie Miller at the plate. 0 for 1 with a walk today, batting .451 versus righties. This is what we like. Oh, taps it right back to Grapenthin. Tappa, tappa, tappa. 1 down. And Trammell having a game here. 2 for 3 now. No, I mean, why would I? But, I mean, I wouldn't have done it anyway. With Hatcher up next, we're going to hit and run. That's what he does. He does it well. 1 for 3 with the sac fly RBI. Ooh, a grounder to short. That'll get Trammell over and give Lance Parrish a chance here to give the Tigers their first lead since the first. Oh, man. That curveball fooled Parrish. He popped it up. He only got 2 pitches, so, like, he just gets strong, I guess. All right, we're going to the 8th. Good job by Hume. Oh, wait. Marty Barrett's a righty. So we're going to let Hume pitch to Barrett, and then we'll bring in the lefty, Rucker. Let's see what we're going to bring in. Okay, so Barrett never faced Hume, supposedly. 1 for 2 on the day. I wish we had the lead. I would bring in Solars defensively. Good job by Hume. Just very impressed by him, considering how terrible he was last year, although he was injured. Okay, we're bringing in Dave Rucker. We call him Mother. He's making his 50th game, 8-6. That's a lot of decisions in relief. Maybe he'll be on the positive side today. 2.70 ERA, 13 saves, 1 Bluey, and actually he does really well versus righties, oddly enough. But decent enough against lefties that we'll use him in this situation. So here's Wade Boggs. God, this is tough. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Talk about a guy that's due. Line drive into center field. Play is made by Miller. Whew, 2 down. And Clint Hurdle with his 170 batting average. Another one in the center. Oh, that one's down. And another double for Hurdle. That's his second of the day, 19th on the season. Have we learned our lesson? Do we walk Stapleton to get to Rice? And we know Rucker does get righties out at a pretty good clip. Do we just bring in the right-hander Weaver? Let's do that. We're going to bring in Weaver. He's our right-handed closer anyway. We're going to ask him to get 4 outs. I mean, it's not a safe situation, of course, but we're talking about preservation here. We need every victory we can get as well, as Stapleton flies out to right, and that works out as well as it could have. We go to the bottom of the 8th. They're bringing in Luis Aponte, who at one point was in the closer's role when it looked like Eckersley was not right on the mound. 26 games, 1-2 with a 4.78. We can get to this guy. Opponents are batting .301 against him. It's lefties that are crushing his soul. 3 saves, 2 blueies. He's happy. Oh, God. Eddie Murray. Now, Eddie Murray, talk about a guy that's due. We're going to let him swing away. No, God. Unbelievable! Holy shit, this guy is so bad. Here's Gibby. 1 down. Gibson crushes it. There we go. 5-4 Detroit on the solo shot by Gibby. That is his team leading 19th? Yes, it is. That is pretty damn good. He's got 4 home runs in the last 20 games. It feels like he's got more. Oh, I guess it would be 5 because it's not including today. So nicely done by Gibson. A lot of solo shots, unfortunately. All right. Here's Dawson. Oh, he squeaks a base hit into right field. I should say Dawson creaks it into right field. That was bad. My apologies. You don't need that after Christmas. And then Bass, a grounder to third. Dawson Boggs, I should say. It's a 5-4-3 double play. I wonder if Boggs is a Gold Glove eligible third baseman this year. I guess he's played in over half the games. Because he seems like he's doing pretty well defensively. So we're going to the 9th inning. We take the lead. And now we've got our closer already in there. He's got Rice, Lynn, and Stearns due up. And other than Weaver walking more than he strikes out, he's been pretty damn good for us. A ground ball to third. Oh, I should have put Solars in there. So that's on me if we blow this one here. Good job by Hatcher, though. Okay, Fred Lynn, I don't mind if he intentionally walks him. All right, rips it to right. You got ahead of him on the count. 2 curveballs right in the same spot. And it's down to John Stearns. This will be a good victory for us. Stearns, though, already has a home run today, batting .295 with 11 dongs. And a slow roller to Whitaker. And the Tigers win 5-4. Nicely done. We needed that victory. That's 2 in a row. Of course, no trade offers because the trade deadline is passed. Let's take a look at the standings. Still at 4 games with the Yankees hot on our trail. Look at this, folks. Seattle. We're going to see them in 2 separate series this month. 2.5 games back on Kansas City, who is absolutely falling apart. I mean, you may want to see this, actually. I mean, look at what they're doing here, and look what they have in the minors. I mean, look at what these guys... George Ojeda was an all-star this year. Can't argue with what Dave Chalk's doing, but look at the 11 home runs. Butch Davis, Terry Harper, they traded for this year. I mean, why do you have Jerry Grote, 58, 59, and you have Glenn Borgman? I mean, like, this is tough for me to take, but I mean, we'll do whatever we can do to beat them. Like, Dennis Leonard has not won a game since the All-Star break. He was 14-4. So, nonetheless, we're going to get back to the information. Take a look at the transactions. Nothing new. Everybody is healthy for the day. Let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Like it or subscribe. We're up to 229 subscribers. That's insane. Feel free to take a look at some of the other videos, which include my sports card breaks. I haven't been doing as much of those lately. I'm kind of waiting to get to the new year, get all the new stuff that comes out, and then get back into that. Let's take a look. Who's the player of the game? We got to give it to Gibby. The home run won the ball game. He went 3 for 4 with 3 ribbies today. Great job by him. Only extra base hit. Kevin Bass hit 2 double plays. It's pretty fast. Too fast to be hitting into 2 of those. Roger Weaver gets the victory. 3-5 on the season. Look at this. See how the bullpen pulls it all together for us? I mean, why would you not go to the bullpen? Petry did good enough. He had 5 Ks in 5 innings. And a win is a win, whether it's Dan Petry's or Roger Weaver's. That's the way I look at it. Luis Aponte takes the loss. He is 1-3 on the season, and 5 extra base hits for the Sox. We're going to come back tomorrow with game 2 of the 3-game series. Until then, everyone, have a great night.